Hello, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Tuesday, February 8th, and we have a lot of good similar sounding words. And I put the first one on two lines because it has two possible pronunciations and the vowels are different. So I wanted to be able to mark the vowels in column C. The first way is charade with an A, and the second way is charade with an ah. That's it. Crisis, singular. Cry, your tongue has to rise. Crisis. But plural, the SES sounds like sees. So the first part is the same. Crises. Crises. Singular, we have a crisis. Plural, we have lots of crises. Odd. This could be spelled with an AW, meaning amazed, or ODD, meaning unusual, but they sound exactly the same. Odd. And it's the same as when you say, what are the odds? Chances. Corral. The stress is on the second syllable. Corral. It's a fenced in area. And coral. The stress is on the first syllable. Coral. Like coral reef. And chorus looks like CH, but sounds like the K, exactly the same. Chorus. Done, done. I learned a new word. This DUN is a color. It's a brownish, grayish, yellowish color. And it's the same sound. Done. The same sound is in dusk. Done, dawn. Now, dawn uses so you have to open much more. Dawn. From dusk till dawn. 14 is down. You start open, ow, and get your jaw gets higher and your lips get round. Ow, down, downtown crossing. Dan. I put this video for the Sesame Street link to Stan meeting Dan, the man in the tan van. I always think of that when I see Dan, and we practice and words. But even the puppets, as Tina pointed out, even the puppets open their mouths really wide. Dan, the man in the tan van. So, open a lot. Yarn, how are you? Yarn. Yawn, the same but without the R. Yawn. Choir, the same CH that sounds like a K because it's from the Greek and we kept that spelling. Choir. Frown, this is like down. Frown. Turn that frown upside down and make it a smile. Unknown, I just put NON to make you think of O, but it's the American O, like home. Unknown. I thought if I put OU, it would look like unnoun, and I didn't want to confuse you. Unknown. Unknown. Beyond. You can use B or B because it's not stressed. Beyond. Maybe a B more than an Beyond, 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 beyond. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to take that out and say beyond. So you don't have any confusion with the E has to sound like that. Beyond. To infinity and beyond. Sigh and sign. Exactly the same I, where you start very open. I. And then your jaw rises and your tongue rises. You only finish number 23 with the N. Sign. It's a good sign. Relief. You can say relief or I'll keep both options here. Relief. What a relief. This T will now change to a D. What a relief. What a relief. Donut is commonly spelled more and more with just DO, which makes a lot more sense than the weird OUGH, but they sound exactly the same. Donut with an O. Donut. Dunkin' Donuts or DD or Dunkies. Donate. Donate. But if the word is donation, the shun makes the syllable before stressed, and now it's donation. Asked. This is such a weird word because you don't hear the K and you don't hear the ED sounds like T. So I don't say asked. I don't release my K and I don't release my T, but I do put my tongue in the K position and then the T position. When I say ask, it's putting the tongue in the K position that stops the airflow. Ask. And then I move my tongue to the T position. So now it is ready. If the next word begins with a vowel, this is so confusing. By itself, asked would sound like a T, but it's spelled with a D. And when there's a vowel after it, now the T will sound like a D, which is what it really looks like. Asked about. I asked about you. Asked. You won't hear the K. Asked. So I put that little mark there after the K to remind you to hold the sound and not release the air. Asked. Asked. If it's continuous, I always ask about you. You will hear the K because there's no ED and the K will connect to the A. I always ask about you. Ensue, ensue. Blanket. Remember that this N before the K turns into an NG. So instead of an N in the front, it's the NG, ing, like bang, rang, sang, but BL, blanket. And it can be kit or cut or cat. It doesn't matter because the kit's going to be very short. Blanket, blanket. And I slow down for this one every time because there's a lot of syllables. Particularly, particularly, particularly. Don't forget any of the syllables. You have to have all five. Particularly. Pudding. I'll put something here. Food. And pudding, the verb, sound exactly the same. The T's will change to D's in pudding. Pudding. I love chocolate pudding. Are you really putting that there? And Putin or Putin. So when the T is before the N, when your tongue goes to the T position, Putin. You can just hold it there and make the N noise. Putin. Or you can really say the T, Putin. I hear news people say it both ways, so both are fine. Americans say it both ways. Poutine. Now this is the stress on the second syllable, poutine. It's delicious. Put in, the T will change to a D, so it'll sound like put in or put in, but the vowels won't change. Put in your name and number. And maybe I hand you my phone and I'm like, can I get your name and number? Will you put in your name and number? Put in. Tortoise. Tortoise. This middle T sounds like a D. Tortoise shell is what it makes me think of. Turtle. Now the TER, and the T before the L, yeah, it sounds like a D. Turtle. Dirty. The T changes to a D. Dirty. And now these are, you can just battle. There's two ways to do it. You can say battle. You just quickly move your tongue from the D position, put it down, and put it right back up again because you need to have the ul sound. Battle, dull, battle. Or you can hold your tongue, the tip of the tongue behind your top teeth for the D, battle, and dull, 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 dull. I can push air out the sides of my tongue and still have my tongue tip behind my top teeth. So you can be very quick with this and definitely don't make it sound like DUL, dull. You don't have to say any vowel in between, just dull, very quickly. Battle, battle. And number 40, bottle, bottle, dull, dull. So pick your battles. A bottle of water changes to bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water. Little, same thing. The T changes to a D, and the first part is li, as in hit. The same in bit. So if you said a little bit, it's the same li, bit vowel. Letter. Now the vowel is e, so the tongue is a little lower. It's more flat in the mouth, and the jaw is a little lower than if you said it. It, yes. I can open more. Yeah, eh. Another word is head. It head. So this one is letter. And if I said let her, I can get rid of the H. Pronouns he, him, his, her, even the THs, they, them, there, can disappear. And you connect the consonant T over to the E. And now the T is between two vowels, so it sounds like a D. Letter, letter. Letter, no, I called. Letter. You have a letter in the mail, which is different than ladder, because this is ah, jaws very open and the lips are back. Ladder. Don't walk under the ladder. And then this one I wanted to finish on because it's the same as in 42 and 43. Leather. Leather. The TH is voiced, so you need to have airflow plus voicing. Leather. And red leather, yellow leather is something actors can say before uh, speaking to warm up their tongue and their muscles. So try saying that red leather, yellow leather. It's a lot of L movement in that in those words. And we ran out of time. That's where we stopped for all of these. And I hope to see you all next Tuesday and maybe Wednesday for intonation practice or Monday for more pronunciation practice. And if you weren't here, I hope you can join us sometime. Thanks.